Hey guys, thanks for clicking on this video. First of all, I want to mention something because this is sort of going to start shaping up the content that I create, okay? And the thing is that I want to start focusing mainly on three particular topics. One of those being, especially this video here, is going to be about family, okay? Family specifically because over the years, I've had some pretty significant family chaotic situations that have happened that have, like, in a way distorted my freaking world, and it opened my eyes to the reality of family and how we should really be looking at this thing, because I think we're still blinded from all the generational ideologies that they've implanted into our brains over the generations, you know. So that particular topic is one that I'm going to be focusing on, and I'm not claiming to be like a therapist, family therapist. I'm not claiming to be a psychologist, nothing like that. But I've had enough experience and I had to really learn how to look at this stuff. And I can tell you that on the other side, I have found a lot more peace. And I simply put, okay, sometimes with family, it's shit, and you as the rational one sometimes in the family, you have to make the right decisions, even though you get shitted on even more for making the right decisions. But that's the first topic. The second topic that I'm going to be talking about is philosophy, because philosophy itself has helped me over the years so much in understanding not just certain ways of thinking about things, because I have certain ideas and certain thoughts about particular stuff, and philosophy has helped me clear out and more like deeper analyze my way of being, my way of thinking, and all these types of things that have helped me very, very much have a not even more complete, right? Not a more complete view of the world, but a more sophisticated view of the world. And I feel that that actually enriches my experience. So therefore, that particular topic is one that I'm gonna be speaking about in this channel. And the other one is God, religion. And I know some are gonna be like, fuck this thing about God again. And well, yes, but the reason why is because, if anything, I'm kind of thankful to the fact that I'm born at a particular time where we still have not figured out a definitive answer for this thing. And to be honest, we probably never will. Okay, we might never actually understand what that is, or if it even is. Okay, but I find it a very interesting thing to discuss with people. Why? Because the world isn't the existence, all of this stuff is very, very fascinating. And to think that there might have been a creator that sort of had something in mind, that's pretty interesting. And I'm not a theist. I can't say with certainty that I believe in God, but I question. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to figure out. I was born in a family that earlier in the years, I was brought up a Christian in my earlier years. My family themselves, they were religious Christians. And I say that with air quotes because, man, sometimes, not even sometimes, but like a lot of times, I saw so much behavior from these people. And the hypocrisy, it was just so blunt, so obvious. And I just could not help myself to think, but it's like, you really believe the stuff that you're saying, that you're preaching? Like, why do you behave that way then? Like, that doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense, right? So Christians, the majority of religious people are exactly like that. But it's interesting. So we're going to talk about that in this channel. But anyways, that is what I wanted to say. On to the actual video for today. Family. And the main thing that I'm going to speak about on family today is the part of when you decide to just let it go, to just you give it up, you stop trying. Not long ago, I had a conversation with someone, and it made me think about the fact of when, like, when do you know, like, if you should stop, right? Or like, if you should just give it up, or how do you know, like, maybe you shouldn't give up, because giving up might be the thing that closes the door to solving the issue that you might have had with your sibling, or with your parents, or with your aunts, right? Family. Maybe if you give up, that's the thing that closed the door. But see, the interesting thing here is, because it's a tough decision to make, I agree. And here's why it's so tough. If you are the one that was fucking everything up between you and your family, let's say you have a sibling or a parent, a mom, dad, and let's say you are the one trying to work things, and you keep trying to do these things, you keep trying to fix it, you keep trying to talk to the person, or you're trying to put an end to the chaos and trying to actually say, okay, let's fix this, right? Sometimes we can realize that over time, over history, the relationship might have been one-sided. Okay, sometimes it can be very one-sided, and it's not that hard to notice this kind of stuff when you analyze what's going on and you put all the details on the table. I mean, about the situation, about you, about your not your partner, about your family member, and how you guys are both behaving with one another, right? And you can see a track record of where nothing is going nowhere good. Nowhere does it ever come out good. And it's like, if anything, over and over, whenever you come and you speak to that person, or you associate with that person, or socialize with that person, I mean, when you socialize with that person, it's problems, it's fighting, it's arguing, it's chaos, it's like all that stuff. It can be very exhausting sometimes, right? And looking at the whole situation, you will be able to see more or less and this takes a lot of honesty, like self-reflection, honest self-reflection, a lot of super honest self-reflection, right? Because you can't fool yourself, because if you fool yourself, then you are the one fucking it all up. Let's just be honest. You're going to be making the wrong decision when you decide that you're going to stop. Why? Because you're not looking at things truly under the light of truth. Let's put it that way. You're not looking at it. You might look and point out only the bad stuff of the other person, But what about the bad stuff, or the bad ways that you behaved, right? That has to be analyzed as well. But get this though, okay? When you analyze it so well, if you are somebody that carries yourself with that self-honesty, where you try to carry yourself without, you don't make shit up, you don't try to pretend, you don't try to hide, you're not trying to cover up certain things that you do by lying and all this deceptional behavior, right? If you're somebody that carries yourself with none of that kind of stuff, when you go to analyze the situation, it won't be very difficult to realize that you are not the one fucking it up. And if you see that the other person continues on that trend of like narcissism, egoistic behavior, shitting on you, insulting you, and all that kind of stuff, it's not that hard to realize who's putting in work and who's not trying. Okay. And in that analysis, with the extreme honest self-reflection, you will find the answer. And if you find the answer and you're being extremely honest with you, when you decide to let it go, you're gonna know that it was not the wrong decision. You're gonna feel like it's still like you might still be making the wrong decision. It's because over so many years, this is your family, you're supposed to be with your family, all these ideas, right? All these ideologies. And so you're going to feel like you're the one making the wrong decision. In fact, the other person is going to probably, get more angry at you and accuse you of even more bad things because you're choosing to let it go. But if anything, you are being the more rational one, realizing that relationship is going nowhere. And just like in partners, in boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, we can all agree that in a situation when we know that it's nothing but bad problems and it's like always fighting, always arguing, always chaos, we can all agree that even though there's going to be internal chaos, mental chaos when you separate, right? Because it hurts. It hurts, right? We can all understand that it's either you choose some amount of pain for a short period of time and then have that peace, or you stay there and continue in that chaos for the rest of your life. Because sometimes there's no sign that things are changing, right? And if there's no sign that things are changing, if anything, that's another marker that shows you that you're making the right decision to just move on, right? Because if nothing's going to change, until it changes, it's going to continue to be the same, right? So let it go. Don't be afraid to let it go. But you got to analyze the situation with all the details on the table and extreme, honest self-reflection. So I'll leave you guys with that. I hope you guys like this video. If you guys do, give it a like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting a lot more on this channel now about these 3 particular topics. So if those are topics that interest you, stop by and I'll see you guys on the next video.